Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty Galaxy Collection. I'm going to be testing out the eyeshadow palette and some of the lipsticks. I ended up not getting the eyeliners because they just didn't speak to me. If you want to see how I created this look and my thoughts on the Fenty Beauty Galaxy Collection, just go ahead and keep on watching. So I've already done one eye off camera just so I can kind of get a general idea of what I was doing. Last time when I was doing this, the technique that I used was just using my finger and applying it, and that got a lot of glitter everywhere. So I was just like, okay, let me try a different technique because I really don't want to just write it off without trying it multiple ways. I thought these were going to be like shimmers, but they're mainly glitters. They have a bunch of glitter inside of them because it is an all glitter palette. I'm using the Morphe 3502 palette just to create the crease and all that good stuff. I'm using this shade here to go into my transition. Then I'm going into this orange shade here. And now I'm going into this brown shade here, and I'm just using that to deepen my crease. And then now I'm just going into this black shade here, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer part of my eye. Now I'm going into the Galaxy palette. The technique that I found that worked best for me to apply these was to lay down some glitter glue. So I'm using the NYX glitter primer. And doing this reduced a lot of that fallout. I'm going into the shade Extraterrestrial with my finger, and I'm just gonna pack that on there. I did try and do this with a flat brush, and I didn't get quite as good of a color payoff as I did with my finger on the other side. So that's one thing I do want to mention. The brush doesn't work quite as well on these as your finger does, even with the glitter primer, but the glitter primer does help a lot with the fallout. I'm gonna put on another little layer of glitter primer right in the center, and I'm gonna be adding in the shade Jupiter Sand. At first I thought these two shades were very similar, but then I noticed the difference between them, and I really like that little pop right in the center. I'm taking that orange shade from earlier, and I'm just gonna run that right along the top of here, just so I can blend out those edges. So I'm taking the glitter primer again, and I'm just popping that right onto my inner tear duct, kind of. So I'm going into the shade Mars on Fire, and I'm just popping that right in that. Right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera so that this video is not too long. So I'm back. All I did was I just finished my face. I smoked out my bottom lash line with that black that I used in the crease, and then I just added some of the green into the center of my eye right here. That's pretty much all I did for my bottom lash line. I didn't want to do too much because the top is already pretty heavy, and I wanted to do a very wearable look. On my face I have the Fenty foundation. So I ended up picking up some of these glosses. I didn't pick up everything, I just picked up the ones that I actually really wanted to get. The first one I have here is Supernova. So the next one I'm gonna try out is the Cosmic Gloss Lip Glitter in the shade Gal on the Moon. So I think I'm really gonna like this one. I hope. It's the shade Astronauty. Alrighty, so let's talk about this collection. So I picked up pretty much most of the things that interested me the most. The first time I tried to use this palette, it's so pretty. Like, I can't get over this packaging. It's so freaking pretty. But the first time I tried to use this palette, which was yesterday, I struggled a lot because the glitter was just creating a whole bunch of fallout. These are not shimmered. I didn't expect it to be this glittery. I don't like to use glitters to begin with because they're just not my particular thing. I love the eye look that I created. I think it's really, really pretty. If you want to get this kind of eye look with this kind of pigment, from what I can tell, I had to use the glitter primer, set that down, and use your finger. That's where you're gonna get the best application with your finger. The brush kind of shears it out and it's not as pigmented as when you use your finger. The palette was $59. I did go to Sephora and pick it up. The brush was $24. I don't know if this palette is worth it to me particularly, because I don't mess with glitters that often. I love the colors. I do feel like it gives you a wide variety of shades to work with and a wide variety of colors you can play with. I do think that overall it's a very well-rounded palette. Is it just a palette for me? Not particularly, just because I don't play with glitters that often. I do think it created a beautiful look. I love this look that I created. If you love glitters, you're gonna love this palette because it's glitter. You're gonna love this palette because it's a glitter palette. If that's something that you just love to work with, yes, definitely pick it up. Would I keep Gal on the Moon and Supernova? Most likely not. They were just a little bit too on the silvery side, which made my lips kind of look like gray, and that's just not the look, a preferred look for me. But I do love this astronaut shade. I think it's really, really pretty, and it's very, very shiny and glossy, which is what I want in a gloss. I want the gloss to shine, and I feel like it definitely looks like that. The lip glosses were $19. I do think that's a fair price. This is a really beautiful shade, and if you find a shade in there that just speaks to you, $19 is worth it to me. So I think that's all I have for the Fenty Beauty Galaxy collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have not done so already, make sure you are subscribed and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love, and I'll see you guys next time.